Okay, hi, good morning guys. Am I audible? Loud enough? Guys, can we have some silence? Yeah. Hi, good morning. Okay, before I start with my presentation, actually it's not going to be more of a presentation. It's going to be a conversation with you guys. So can I know which is the new batch?
You're the new batch.
The second year? Anyone second, third? You guys are the third, right? Okay. So the first question is going to be to you. Okay. What's my name? She was not paying attention at all, guys. You can't hear me? Better now? Yeah? Okay. My name is Anil Kumar. Okay. And I am from the 2012 batch. So today I'm going to take you, I'm a professional event manager. By the day, by the night, I do some stand-up comedy. Thank you, sir, for telling so much about me. Even I didn't know that much about myself. So today I'm going to mostly be talking about what the event management profession is all about. How many of you here are for event management specifically? Like interesting, right? Interesting. Okay, so we'll go much deeper into what exactly event management is from a student perspective, how you perceive it, and what the actual market is like. So we can, yeah, that's mine. Yeah. Okay, so today's conversation is going to be of an uncommon point of view, which nobody will actually tell you about, or now will you be able to perceive at this age where you are right now, because even I didn't. When I started out, after a very long, when I started out, and then I tried a lot of other stuff to get finally to settle into event management. So I'm sure most of you will also go through that path, just here to make it more visible and more likable to you. So first of all, welcome guys. Welcome to Manipal University. And it's a great college. It's a great college. You'll have great memories. Don't just, oh, I'm going to speak a little bit of in Hindi also. No, not a lot. So I hope you all understand. I'll translate it also. Okay. Can we? Okay. Who am I? Okay. Okay. So I'll tell you something about what I've done. So my first ever job was in an event management company. I joined as an intern while I was in college. I joined as an intern in an agency called Mosaic. Excuse me. So I interned there for a month, learn what production is, not exactly learn, just get to know what actually production is and what an event actually takes. It was a corporate event company. Then I came back to college. Then we had a lot of other areas too. So there was designing. I was terrible at it. So, sorry. Then I had, then we had advertising and event management. So, and PR also. So then later I did an internship for NPR. Didn't like it much, was very boring. Then I moved to advertising. I worked 2 years in advertising. Didn't like it there also. Then eventually I decided I'll go for my master's. Then I went back to India. I went to India to do my master's in a specific degree for event management. There I got hired by Cineyug. Cineyug is an agency which does the Filmfare Awards. So I worked on several events on huge production like Star Screen Awards and film fairs, and I worked on theatrical productions like theatrical shows like how here it's there in the Bollywood parks. And then I came back to Dubai after 2 years. I joined an agency called Radical Rising where I work right now. It's a hardcore corporate agency where we only do B2B work, and it's very different from what I actually did 2 years back. So you have a lot to learn in this field. The number one challenge is when you say, I'm an event manager, nobody in the world is going to understand you. The first question they always ask me is, Acha, wedding planner? No, it's not a wedding planner, seriously. Of course, wedding planning is a part of event management, but it's not something I am ever going to do because I know I'm going to suck at it. But it's more clearer like social media executive. People really understand it's a social media executive. Event planner, how do you explain what? It's working? Okay, cool. An event planner, how do you explain what an event planner is? What do we do? We get people together. You're not actually doing physical work. Your art is getting people together. He's my lightman, he's my stage guy, he's my audio guy, he's my supplier for labor. The art is to get all of them together. That's what event management is about. Another term for event management, I would say, is you are not an event manager, you're a crisis manager. Okay? So all throughout your journey, all you'll be doing is battling crisis and dealing with it. Now I want to ask you guys one question. Why did you choose this industry? So I'll ask 2-3 of you, I'll ask from the third years first. You might have had some perspective by now. Why did you choose this industry when you joined it?
Because
What's your name? Sorry.
Mahima.
Mahima, yeah.
Yeah, like I also like the management a lot. I'm also interested in. I've grown up with a family who's in the media field, so
Okay.
inspiration came from that.
Did your perspective change over the 3 years?
Yeah, because I'm still confused, but I wanted to go into production. Yeah.
Okay.
Production is,
What are you doing now?
I'm specializing in TV.
In TV. Okay. Second years? Where are the second years? You guys, right? You guys? You guys, okay. Yeah, tell me, why did you choose?
Okay, so initially my plan was to get into print.
Okay.
But afterwards, I think like getting into more like I think I'm going to go into brand management as of now
Okay.
because I do have a commerce background, so I think like getting into the marketing field might be advantageous. So just
Okay.
that.
Okay. She still has some perspective. Now, you guys were going to start out, right? Correct? Why did you choose? You tell me. What's your name?
Sophia.
Sophia. Yeah, tell me.
So I wanted to get into a creative field. Again, I've been doing commerce for a very long time. But
Okay.
I wanted to combine it with something which requires skills.
Okay. Okay. See, there can be many reasons why you chose it. Like, to be very honest and frank with you, why I chose the media industry was no other program would take me because I actually sucked at it. I was like extremely good at all the other stuff in school, not so good in maths and science. In fact, like till 10th standard, I wanted to become a doctor. Then I got my result. And then, yeah, then I realized that I am a natural at this industry. It comes very naturally to me. It's not something I have to struggle through. And like how they say, like you must have read about this somewhere, like if you have to wake up on a Sunday, then that's the job you want, something like that. There's a quote. So when there were a million other options, you chose this industry. Please stick to it. Okay, because right now the industry has a lot of people who are looking for jobs, but they don't meet the right criteria. Like, yes, event management does not require a lot of educational skill set, but the college will give you some educational qualifications, some things which you might apply later in when you are on field. And please do internships. Please do internships. Join event companies. Join for certain events. I'll share my details also later, because that's going to really give you a perspective like how things work. Because as far as I know, when we joined the events industry, events course first, the media course, most of the guys with us, we thought that it's glamorous. Do you agree with me on this? Like, people assume that event management is very glamorous, but I'm sorry, let me tell you one thing. It's only glamorous for the people who are attending it, not you. I've always said that everyone is in sales. Maybe you don't hold the title of a salesperson, but if the business you are in requires you to deal with people, you, my friend, are a salesman. Zig Ziglar, that's his real name. What are you selling? What are you selling? I don't have a shampoo. I don't have tomato. I don't have anything. No. Services is right, but what are you selling? You're selling something. Everybody's selling something. Close. True. Let's get more specific. This group is not talking at all. I hope you're not teachers, right? Yeah. What did you say? She's right. So what are we selling? We are selling ideas and happiness. Okay? All we are doing is ideas and happiness. There's nothing more to it. If you just bring it down to event management, it's just you're selling ideas and happiness. You don't have something to show to your client, please see this, buy this product has this, 512 GB, blah, blah, blah. No. My idea is this, and this is what I can do for you. And what really matters is everybody has good ideas. What really matters is how beautifully you execute it. What are you in for? What are you in for, guys? So here I'm going to share some pros and cons of the industry. So this will shoot out some really great myths and what you believe and what is actually out there in the industry. So let's begin. Okay. Okay. One, the pro number one, work flexibility. Not many people are fans of working 9 to 5 jobs in a single desk for 12 years, 20 years, just doing the same thing again and again. That's why you guys are sitting here and the BBA is there. Okay? So that's one thing. You can work from anywhere. You can work from your car, you can work from a shisha cafe, wherever you're sitting, you can work from anywhere. You don't have to be confined to a set desk that, oh yes, I'm going to work here. Plus, it gives you more reliability that, okay, this person can work from anywhere. Like if my clients will call you later in the night at 10, 10:30, 11 night, 12, and they know that it's going to be done. So that's where your flexibility comes in. You have to be really very flexible, and that's a big advantage. Second, dynamic nature. You never do the same project again. Never, ever. Even if I'm doing the same event next year, I'm not doing the same event. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. So what happens is the profession is so dynamic that you are never stuck in one space. You're just moving continuously. You're not handling account sheets. You're not programming. You're not doing anything else. All you're doing is thinking. And this might get to you after a point. Like, you might reach a zone out. It'll be a burnout totally. I can't think. But that's your job. You have to keep thinking. Every event has to be new. If today's alumni meet is programmed and structured this way, the next year won't be the same. Because it was not the same when I was here. Correct, sir? Absolutely. Travel. Wanderlust. Hashtag. A lot of people like to travel. And who doesn't like to travel for free? Okay, so I've traveled to like about 12 countries till now, thanks to my profession. I've been to Colombo, Malaysia, all the blah, 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 blah events. So it gives you a great opportunity to travel and see other countries and how other countries function in terms of event production and how the people are in each country. But also please remember that yes, it gives you a chance to travel, but that's not hashtag wanderlust. You're still working. Maybe if your ticket is extended till one day your boss is good enough, then you might become hashtag wanderlust, but no. Social. You'll meet all types of people. Like you'll meet the weirdest, the most creative, say whatever you want. Like you will meet people who you have never seen before or never even imagined. Okay? So there are some kind of people I want to talk about, but I cannot. Might get arrested. But yeah. So one of the I don't know. Like if you're an introvert, sorry, bad for you. And if you're an extrovert, it's really good for you. You get to attend a lot of parties. If you drink, wonderful. Don't drink on the job. You'll get fired. Second, if you don't drink, absolutely wonderful. Because that's one of the biggest advantage. Realistic thinking. That's realistic thinking. The profession programs you to be so real with yourself that even in real life you cannot imagine that, okay, what has happened to me. Okay, so for example, like, I don't know, like if you're an introvert, sorry, bad for you. And if you're an extrovert, it's really good for you. You get to attend a lot of parties. If you drink, wonderful. Don't drink on the job. You'll get fired. Second, if you don't drink, absolutely wonderful. Because that's one of the biggest advantage. The profession programs you to be so real with yourself that even in real life you cannot imagine that, okay, what has happened to me. Okay, a design, when we make a design for an event, when we structure a stage or an exhibition stand, for example, anything, we don't see it from the perspective of, wow, it looks so great. No, that's not the approach ever. How will it be done? That's how you think. Okay, दिख तो बहुत अच्छा रहा है, but how are we going to do it? It looks great, but how are we going to do it? You might come up with a wonderful design, but there's no way to execute it. Your designer doesn't know the basic engineering to it. Also, this brings me to another point. If you get into more corporate side of the events, it'll require some sort of basic common sense and mathematics, which is somewhat like engineering. So basically, when you design stand structures and all these things, it requires some sort of common sense to where a stand is built. It's basically like building a building for 3 days. So you have to be like always on. You can't be off. Problem solving. That's one of the main, like that is the main. All you do is just problem solve. Everything is there. Everything is ready. But then your supplier will call, sir, gaadi late ho gaya, ye ho gaya, sir, wo ho gaya. No. What you do is you just problem solve. And trust me, not today, not ever, the problems are never going to end. Okay, they will keep coming from the moment you start your profession till you, I don't know, quit or maybe whatever you do, die. The problems don't end. Okay, like, okay, you might think, yaar, abhi I'm done 3 years in the industry, maybe now it'll get better. That's what I thought. But the higher you go, the more difficult it gets. The problems keep getting bigger. I'll share one incident with you which happened last week only. I was at this exhibition where an exhibition stand fell during the exhibition. So it is very hazardous and a very risky thing also. But now here comes the point. Like how smooth your event goes depends on how much you have worked hard earlier. The more you struggle to finish your event, the more you didn't work at all previously. Okay, before I go to cons, I'll just. Sorry? No, it was not my stand, thankfully. So how do you solve this problem? Oh, sorry, what was I saying?
How did you solve that?
No, I didn't solve the problem. Oh, yeah, before I go to the cons, right, I'll share one more thing with you, that in event management, you have to be active. Active on your feet all the time. Okay? Good for girls who want to lose weight. Okay? Trust me, you won't get any preference to sit in the office or do the desk job. You have to be on the field. Second thing, another major myth I'm going to bust here is that event management, again, is not about glamour or wow, so much fun. 90% of what you see is done before. There is so much planning involved that right now you won't even be able to imagine the amount of planning which goes into an event. The execution is just where we just sit, seriously, because it's for others to enjoy. So seeing others smile should be your biggest satisfaction. Okay, cons, bad part. Bye-bye weekends. Okay? So, welcome to the reality side of this. No weekends, guys. especially during the September to the March session in this part of the world, you will hardly get any weekend. Please don't cry about it, because the other 6 months you're just chilling. Okay? But you have to work really hard, because so that others can enjoy their good weekend, we work hard. Okay? So that's the crux of it. So if you love your weekends and all, I'm sorry to say this is not for you. Hello, overnights. An event looks very good. The stage, the lights, the sound, it's so energetic. But when you attend it, what goes behind it? It's the nights which we put in. Any kind of work you do is only allowed in the night. So if you're a good sleeper, I'm sorry again, please forget about it, because hello, overnights. Stress. I don't think any of you must have read it, but I'll share this with you. You can even Google it. An event manager is considered as the 5th most stressful job in the world. And 5th most because there is no risk to life. Okay? The first is an army personnel. Second is a policeman. Fourth is a fireman. Third is a fireman, and fourth is something I don't remember. No, doctor. Doctor is not a risk of life, right? No, no. So, whatever, you can just Google it. So there's a whole list of 20 professions, and we come at 5th. Okay? So we become wonderful stress managers also. Okay? It's a pro and a con. Depends on how hard you take it on yourself. Because please, one thing when you get in the industry, remember this one thing that everything will be okay. Like, because you are dealing with people all the time. It's just humans. I'll share one more incident with you. Last year at Zitex, we didn't get the permission for our DJ on the stand. And it was one day before. But that could get our company blacklisted. So what I had to do was, we had to run up to the guys who do the permission. But you know how Arabs are. It's very hard to deal with them. And plus in these legal matters. But that's where your human side comes into touch. The person was respectful enough to tell us to go ahead with it. And if anything happens, he'll take care of it. So nothing, yes, things will go wrong, but you are always in control. Make sure you're always in control. And also, if you have a boss, so don't worry. Paranoia. You're going to get paranoid about everything. Okay? And this will creep into your real life. Your actual personal life, this will start creeping in also. You'll get paranoid about every little thing. So I get so paranoid sometimes that I even dream of my boss. And she's not even a woman. So yeah, you become paranoid because it's a part of your job. What if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? Did I do this perfectly? Did I do that perfectly? So you have to be paranoid. It's sort of a pro, it's sort of a con because it starts creeping into your personal life. So if you have girlfriends and boyfriends later on or now, I don't know, you'll get paranoid there also. Where is she? Why didn't she call me? What the hell? Blah, 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 blah. So it's just a part of the job. But okay, there's not much professional ladder to climb in this field. Okay, you might not become CEOs and you might not become bigger. So basically, it's a very short ladder. Also, depending on the type of agency you join. Here, I'm going to touch on 2 points. One, there are 2 types of agencies. One is a huge one, and one is a small company. Huge, by huge, I mean more than 15 and above, and small, I mean 15 and less. So what happens is when you join a 15 and less company, there are less people. There are less people and more work. So when you're in a smaller company, you get to learn more. It's a more difficult road, but I think the right way to learn the process when you're just starting out. So what happens in the small companies, you get to learn a lot. So you're not titled to just one role and you'll keep doing that one role. That's where the dynamics come in. So you keep working in all aspects. So you're not just handling the audio equipment or you're not handling the stage guy. You're doing everything. But when you work for a bigger company, yes, the culture is fun, more people, more talks, more outings, blah, 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 blah. But you will be confined to, yes, this is only my job. I'm going to do this only. Because every person has their role. So it depends on what you choose, what you want to do. Easy way and the difficult way. Difficult way, the thing is, hardly tops 2 years, you'll know how the whole industry functions. Very important point, you can't keep everyone happy. Please don't be disheartened. Because when you join the industry, there will always be someone who will come up to say that this was not nice. It's just like a shadi. Khane mein namak kam tha and all that nonsense. It's true. It's even true in the corporate world. Whatever you do, there will be people who will come up to you and say that this was not. They might even say that the shade of orange is not the right one. So that's how it is. So don't take that to your heart, because always just tattoo this on your body that you cannot keep everyone happy. Do your 100%, and once you have done it, just defend your work. Expectations versus reality. Yeah, it is. It is, Taimur. Okay. Okay, are you done awing over him? Can I go? Okay, what to expect? How many of you seen this movie?
I mean, who has?
What is it about?
Very
What is
Having
the
a heist.
no? What does the heist involve?
planning. The skill is planning.
Planning. Events is all about this. Plan till you execute it perfectly. Yes, there are challenges which come. I have touched this point earlier also. There will be challenges which come in early, but your plan should be so wonderful that the execution should be flawless. The harder you work, the much better and smooth your event goes. What not to expect?
Oh my god.
Okay? Please do not expect a band baja barat. Okay? There's no dancing, there's no singing, there's no fun, there's no hot girl. There is sometimes. No hot guy. Sorry. Unless I'm in your office. Just kidding. Just kidding. So what happens is it's not all fun and games, because by the time you execute an event, you are so dead tired that you won't have the energy to we loot gaya. No. Okay, so this movie actually set some wrong expectations, but gave a lot of students the hope to become event managers. But it's very different. There are very different segments. There are people who do concerts, specifically concerts. That's a total different ball game. There are people who do B2B events like I do now. We only deal with corporates. It's very, very, very boring, but has a lot of money. Then there is people who do theatrical shows. This part of the world, not so much, because here people don't appreciate art so much. Then there is weddings. That's a whole ball game altogether. Too much planning, too much people involved in it. That's the basic of what an event manager is actually. Multi-level, multitasking, multi-plan, multi-tense is event management. Okay, read it? So all the best, guys. All the best. You guys have chosen the right field, and I think you might have thought of something before you chose this. There is a reason why you guys are here. Trust me, not everyone can become an event manager. I know people who have joined the industry and left it because they couldn't handle it. But prepare yourself for it. And the only way to right now prepare for is whenever you get those offs, join an event, volunteer, do whatever, do backstage, do anything. What I used to do with my friend when I was in college, I used to call on posters, like concert posters, and just call them, can we volunteer? So plus that has two advantages. One, you get to see what an event is. You get free entry. You get free money if they pay you. And then it keeps on adding on your CV.
Backstage passes for friends.
You don't always get backstage access. So, abhi to party shuru hui hai. It's just starting for you guys. Be okay, be happy with it. Choose wisely. Choose your industry wisely. The guys who are going to take specializations, choose only if you can handle it. Don't just go for it because it's cool. It's not. Okay, I post a lot of stuff about my events. So I take I post a lot of stuff on my. Any questions, guys? Questions here?
Next is we are.
I think the questions. I think. Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Deepika.
Okay.
Does this industry pay very well?
Sorry.
Does this industry pay well?
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. Like I said.
They're asking your salary.
That depends. No, see again. Guys, 1 second. That really depends on the type of agency you join. Again, like I said, if you join a smaller agency, but with bigger clients, like how I work right now, you'll get really paid well. Second, the type of events you choose. If you choose corporates, it's a very stable job, good income, stable job, because corporates never stop doing events. Concerts is a little tricky. It's starting to fade out already in Dubai because they were overdone, especially Bollywood. And yeah, then there's exhibitions. That's another huge aspect. Exhibitions are always on, but that comes quite into corporate. So it pays quite well, and it really depends on the side you choose of it. Which side are you willing to go? If you're okay with boring and more money, choose corporate. Yeah.
Which is the company you work for again?
I work for an agency called Radical Rising. Okay. And we do B2B events, exhibitions, all this.
So you guys take interns.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, how do we do?
You have my handle, right?
So we just text you,
Just text me.
and then you're gonna get us in.
Huh?
And then you're gonna get us in.
No, I'll try to. When you can send it to me, and just text me, and I'll send you my email over. Yeah.
I know it's business to business, like what type of exhibitions? Are you exhibition stand builders or?
No, we conceptualize, stand, build, and execute. So like you must have seen one picture with HP cycles and all that. So that's how we conceptualize. That was a modern office. So that's how you do it. So it involves the whole thing, not just one part.